Hello everyone. I'm out of the country still, but hopefully next upload I'll be back in the US so I can go back to making good old content like I'm used to. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to combine all of my Just a Robot coverage into one long compilation so that it's easy for your viewing pleasure. Anyway, yeah, I hope to get back to normal uploads next video, so I hope you guys enjoy this one. Well, hello there. Today is a rather interesting one. A little while ago, the YouTuber Cinny was publicly called out and accused of being a groomer. Now, while a lot of people looked at the evidence and sided with the accusations at the time, one YouTuber in particular decided to make a video defending them. Just a Robot. Now, I'm not going to talk about the video he made defending Cinny, that's been done to death, but I will make this video covering his response. This response is absolutely hilarious and just goes off the rails immediately, and frankly it would be a missed opportunity to not make fun of it. He starts the video off by apologizing to people like his girlfriend and his roommate and his neighbor.
Because both my roommate and my girlfriend and even my neighbor told me that what I was doing was stupid and reckless.
I'm a little more surprised that two different people told you not to upload this and you listened to none of them. He brings up someone named Eno and how this video affected them, but the way it's phrased is quite possibly the worst way of phrasing that.
I would like to apologize to Eno for how my video affected her. You were so young, and no one should go through that at your age.
To be clear, that's not an accusation or anything, it's just incredibly funny. He does point out that some people have been saying some wild shit about him, which, yeah, is true.
Like, I knew how this guy was, I warned you how he was, I told you what position you were in, and I was very conscious and scared on your behalf because of what position you're in. Jar could have raped you, and that's probably what he was trying to, that was probably his dream, his end goal.
But I think a vast majority are just making fun of you for a complete lack of ethics, as well as the terrible video you made. Jar goes on to say he doesn't believe that Cindy is a pedo, but does say you can make an argument that she is a groomer.
But I fell for what she told me, being the gullible fool that I am. I didn't believe that Cindy is a pedo, and I still don't believe she's a pedo. I don't believe she had a desire to get with the minor, or exchange nudes with the minor.
I mean, I don't know, I think those go hand in hand, but hey, that's just me. He brings up how he defended Cindy by using pyrocynical as a way to say, how are people okay with this, but not this?
I truly believed that I was onto something comparing this to the Pyro drama, because Pyro did learn of Ivory's age when they turned 16, not when they were 15, and he said, and I quote here, shouldn't have continued the furry stuff with him, along with the fact that Pyro got a 15-year-old who he knew was 15 to draw a thicker, lewder, sexier version of his avatar. I thought to myself, well, if people are okay with Pyro doing this, then why aren't they okay with Cinny's actions?
In this video, though, he does explain why it's different between pyrocynical and this situation.
I now realize that not all the chat logs were released between Ivory and Pyro in the same way they were for Cinny. Also, I believe Cinny released the full logs herself, but I wasn't aware of that when I was working on my video. At least I don't think I was.
Now, he talks about how Kumo uploaded his video before it was done, so Jar panicked and uploaded his unfinished video. He says this is the reason why his video was so terrible, I think.
Unfortunately, the last draft that I was still in the middle of adding stuff to was leaked by Kumo, and I panicked uploaded what I had.
Wouldn't it make more sense to say that this was like an early draft and take all the criticism into account when finishing the actual video? He goes on to play a clip from one of his old videos where he says he knows he will eventually get canceled one day.
I know cancellation will come for me one day. It comes for everyone. It's not a question of if it will happen to me, it's when. Will it happen in 2025, 2022, or maybe this year? We won't know for sure until it happens.
Yeah, that video aged like a fine wine.
I personally think that's really weird to put in a video. I don't know why you're ever accounting to be canceled. It's like a doomsday prepper type thing. You should really never account for something like this happening.
Because of my lack of research on the situation, I did not understand how bad Cinny really was, until I had a call with Hempleton. Yes, I understand he's getting cancelled right now, which made my drama blow up even more, but he still explained the situation to me and helped me understand where I went wrong.
Now, you guys may not know this, but Jar did an interview once after this whole drama happened with Chud Logic. That interview is long, to say the least.
I have no sexual interest in Cinny at all.
But you do, okay,
actually,
let's say
no,
that. Go on.
No, actually, I want to take. No. Okay. Maybe I do have sexual interest in Cinny. I mean, I'm a straight guy, come on. So I'm going to walk back on that, but I have a girlfriend.
So to sit here and say that you had a different convo with someone else to finally understand why people are even mad at you is absolutely insane.
Apparently, Cindy told Eno that it wasn't a big deal that she had a fetish at 11.
Jesus fucking Christ. Jar goes on to say that making the video was a really bad idea, and glad the post-nut clarity kicked in eventually. We move on to how Jar speaks to people in regards to how he makes really weird and borderline corny sex jokes. He also talks about getting yaoi drawn with someone in a really weird voice.
Kumu, trust me, our team up on YouTube is going to result in yaoi being drawn of us. It's going to be great. Yes, yaoi, boys and lover.
His defense is he does this all the time, but that just makes it worse. He even said before that it's hard for him to hold a job because of the way he speaks.
I mean, this was eventually going to, I knew that the way I joked around would eventually catch up to me. This is why I can't hold down a job, to be honest. And yep, this is finally out there.
Also, Jar, word of advice, probably not a good idea to Photoshop your face in a pyrocynical. Another thing Jar does to try and prove he isn't a simp is he tries to debunk an audio clip leaked by his thumbnail artist where he says,
what a cute little pussy.
He then attaches where the thumbnail artist says Lamau with question marks. Jar tries to use this as like an excuse and tries to play it off as this is like a laughing reaction. But dog, that's just not what that is. That's more like a nervous, what the fuck? Like, that comes off as nervous more than anything. That's not them like laughing at this. He then brings up how he would sleep call with Cindy and says it's because he has trouble sleeping and that's why he did it.
But of course, the big one is me falling asleep on calls with her. I'm going to be honest, out of everything, this was the main thing that I didn't want to get leaked out. I have incredibly bad sleep insomnia. Talking to someone as I fall asleep, waiting for the pills to kick in, is one of the easiest ways to help me fall asleep.
Jar, you have a girlfriend. Call her. Why don't you call her and not the person you're defending from pedophilia? He goes on to say he isn't attracted to Cindy, but then immediately says her avatar is sexy or some shit.
But I have to ask, where am I simping or cheating? I don't see this as simp behavior. I'm not constantly giving her compliments and money. At first people said this was cheating, then they later walked it back to emotional cheating. Yes, I do find Cindy's avatar attractive, but 99% of the time, people's avatars look a lot more attractive than they do in real life.
If it wasn't obvious, he isn't and probably won't be beating the simp allegations. Now we get to the part I was dreading most, the do I have a fart fetish segment. This segment is also introduced with a fart sound effect and like someone inhaling it. Listen, I'm gonna be honest, I think I'd rather sleep in the nether than go over this. If you even have to make a segment responding to something like this, it's probably over. Essentially, he sent a fart porn image to someone or something. I mean, I don't know. For your sake and mine, we're just gonna skip this segment entirely. I've seen way too much of people and their gross, disgusting fetishes for my own good. In the next segment, he just talks about a handshake for a really long time.
I'm confused as to what the allegation is here. It's just a handshake.
For some reason, he also throws up iDubbbz and Tana Mongoose or some shit. I don't know, man. This guy sucks. Apparently, some people accused him of hunting people down like it's a Dead by Daylight match, but Jar says he wasn't hunting them down, but he was keeping an eye out for them.
Basically, the allegation about me hunting the others down at VidCon has no proof backing it up. Sure, I was keeping an eye out for Ponder. If I saw her, I was just gonna say, hey, did you see Akumu's new video on you?
I mean, Jesus Christ, this is like 20 seconds apart. It's just a huge contradiction. With that, though, I think we're essentially done with his video. Did Jar beat the simp allegations? Not really. He still kind of sucks. Alright, so I'm currently editing this at 4 a.m. and I just saw that Just a Robot's channel got flagged down.
And all I have to say about that is fuck you. Fuck you guys. Actually go fuck yourselves. And the reason why I say that is because you took otherwise legitimate criticism that I and many others had, and you warped it. You fucking ruined it.
Listen, even if you disagree with him, I think this is a little bit of an overreaction. I think we can all agree on that. Alright everyone, for today's video I figured we'd do something different and check in on someone we've covered in the past. So for today's video, obviously, I mean, you read the title, we're gonna check in on Just a Robot. For those of you who forgot what happened with this guy, he defended Cindybear, someone who sexted a 14-year-old at the age of 20. Later on, it was revealed the reasons as to why he actually defended this person, and none of them were good like he tried to make it out to be.
I have no sexual interest in Cindy at all.
But you do, okay, actually, let's say that. Go on.
No, actually, I want to take. No. Okay. Maybe I do have sexual interest in Cinny. I mean, I'm a straight guy, come on.
To put it simply, he would be a tier 3 sub. After all this happened, his credibility was completely gutted, and if you're like me, you may be asking, what has this guy been up to? Well, when looking at his main channel, he hasn't really uploaded anything. He actually has a video saying he's taking a break from YouTube right now, so you may assume he's just not making content. That is until you look at his second channel. Now you may be asking, since his credibility has been shot, and he can't do commentary anymore, what the hell kind of content could he upload now? Well, I'll tell you. Politics. That's right. Someone who sounds like this.
Oh, my mechanical god. My circuits are more fried than a dementia patient's memory.
Is getting involved in politics. It's almost a dream come true. He's uploaded quite a couple videos, some on broad topics, some on specific creators, and his most recent video is all about abortion. Because of everyone on the planet, the one person we needed the most to weigh in on abortion is this guy. Thank you, Jar. So for today's video, I'm just going to check out his recent videos and let's just make fun of him, honestly. That's really what this is. But before we get into that, make sure to subscribe so that I can feed my starving family. So we're going to check out some of Jar's new videos. I'm thinking his one on global warming and abortion. As for which one first, I think we're going to start off light with his global warming one and then dive into the deep end.
So just like how Star Wars fans can be on a spectrum, the many different opinions people have on global warming is also on a spectrum.
God, I feel like I'm on the spectrum when I watch a Jar video.
Or cow farts because they just can't stop eating meat.
Remember in his response video to like simping for a pedo where he said he didn't have a fart fetish? Ironic.
Anyways, let's go over the political spectrum of global warming, from the most extreme climate change denialist to the people whose biggest fear is global warming.
Alright, so I'm currently writing the script for this video, not actually having seen the entire thing. I'm wondering if Jar is actually going to take any sides though, or if he's just going to fence it and name all the sides. By the way, for some reason, Jar has recently started using a ton of Wojaks in his videos. Kind of ironic considering he would make a great Wojak.
Basically, they'll say stuff along the lines of, yes, the issues of trans people, women, and black people are very important topics. But at the end of the day, global warming affects everyone.
I'm actually so confused as to how we went from global warming to bringing up minorities. I'm legitimately lost.
Countries are being affected by this. I know you want to talk about abortion, but I'm too focused on cow farts right now.
Oh, don't worry, man. We'll get into that in just a bit. Alright, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Mostly because you wouldn't believe me if I tried to. But this video sucks ass. It's just so fucking boring. Bro, who the fuck cares about climate change right now? Why is that what you decided to make a video on? Fuck that video. Let's get on to something infinitely better. Let's get on to the video everyone wants to talk about. Jar tackles abortion. Yeah, alright, we're already off to a great start.
Now, society views abortion as a much more hot-button topic than global warming. So I just want to make this clear at the start, I'm not here to share my opinion on abortion, nor am I here to change your opinion on abortion.
Well, at least off the bat he's telling us he's fence-sitting. Nah, but for real though, what's the point on covering a topic if you're not going to give your opinion? I mean, it literally makes no sense. He wants to take a crack at politics without participating in the main thing about politics, which is like giving your opinion on political topics. I mean, hell, I'll say it. I'm not giving my opinions on this shit, but the point of my video isn't to cover them, it's to make fun of him.
The 10 out of 10 are the anti-lifers.
Life is pain!
Jesus, man, this is rough to watch.
Anti-lifers believe that existence is pain. Killing someone is the greatest thing you can do for them. They love abortion because it keeps people from experiencing the horrors of life.
Alright, now correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think either of these factors play into abortion. I don't think people abort unborn babies because they think murdering children is like based and epic. Hell, the way Jar describes it makes it sound like these people enjoy murdering people for fun or some shit, like actual serial killers. I mean, dead ass, he makes them sound like everyone who supports abortion is either a serial killer or some like depressed person who's like just a nihilist. Then after this, and I'm not joking, he brings up samurais and white nationalists. I have zero clue how bringing up this shit and the start of Planned Parenthood has any relevance on the modern discourse around it, but hey, you do you, man. It's also kind of ironic Jar uses an EDP meme while talking about children. It's actually incredibly hilarious. And apart from that though, there's nothing in this video. I thought it was going to be way funnier than it is, but it's just another Jar video. It's safe to say it sucks. It's just another video talking about politics without actually adding something to the discussion or giving his own input. So once again, I ask, why exactly were these videos made? I mean, I see no other reason apart from the fact that he physically can't go back to commentary because he would get absolutely flamed if he even tried to. Even then, if you check the comments to these videos, by the way, you will see nothing but hate. Some talking about the video, but a large portion of them talking about the Cine situation that happened just a few short months ago. Which is probably going to be something that'll haunt him for the rest of his career. Let's talk about that, by the way. If you actually look at Jar's channel, it has effectively been completely gutted. He barely gets views anymore on any of his videos. And I'm not saying I'm getting like 10k a video, but a channel like his should definitely get way more views than 4,000. And this is the same person who said that he couldn't hold a job.
Like, I knew that the way I joked around would eventually catch up to me. This is why I can't hold down a job, to be honest. And yep, this is finally out there.
So this isn't just a minor inconvenience that this guy's channel is completely dead. We could potentially see a Just a Robot homeless arc at some point in the future. Honestly, that's the funniest place for the writers to have taken this. Make this guy homeless. And all of this because he tried to sext a pedophile who looks like this. Yeah, this is clearly the smartest choice Jar could have made, obviously. Honestly, if I was in Jar's position, I would quit. Listen, man, it's over. Your career is fucked. Views are gone. Comments are nothing but people shitting on you. There's no other purpose to keep uploading videos. It can't be the money because he could not possibly be making that much from a few thousand views on these videos, especially since he uploads now once a couple of months. All in all, I mean, if I was Jar, I'd quit and try to get a real job without fucking it up. I know that's hard since your sense of humor is some like weird sex fiend shit.
And you say, I presume it's some sort of joke, want to see my cock. In fact, I tell you what. And then you send a picture of a chicken, of a rooster, of some sort of...
That's my humor.
Okay. Do you think it's appropriate to joke about sending a picture of your penis to someone who you're interviewing who is accused of grooming an individual?
But it's that or homelessness. And honestly, the homeless arc would be kind of entertaining. Hello everyone. So someone we've covered a little bit on this channel is Just a Robot, the guy who defended a predator and blew up his career all in the span of a day. Well, recently Jar returned to the platform after 6 months away, and it got me thinking about how I've never made a full video on that whole Cine and Jar situation. I covered his response and what he's doing in modern day, but not the thing that blew up his career. And since people are making Jar videos right now, I figured we'd go back and just take a long look at his history on the platform. But before we get into that, make sure to subscribe so that I can feed my starving family. So as I said, there's been a lot of Jar content made recently. Some are dunking on him, and some people are even defending him for some reason. But one video I want to highlight is a long-form video done by June the King. It's an hour long and it covers a whole bunch of stuff. What Jar did before YouTube, how he convinced over 100,000 people he wasn't the dumbest person alive, and how he 13 reasons why'd his career. It's very entertaining, and for the purpose of this video, I'll be condensing it down to the best parts and adding commentary when needed. I'll link the video down below if you want to watch it in full, because obviously I can't cover everything. But with that, let's jump into it.
The insular nature of these communities has allowed for the development of subgenres, ultimately leading to communities that share rudimentary fetish art.
Trust me, Jar knows all about fetish art.
Gaming skeleton.
Sonic 93, Yoshi Wii 1, Princess Elizabeth 013, Melody, but I'm not 100% sure, The Heather Pack, Hyper Beam Eevee, the Kydalia, Beatrice, aka Foxy, and Shadowfan, who's now known as that crazy cat critic.
Now, coming from someone who wasn't in that community, why exactly did people watch content like this? Like, why at any point did people willingly consume art commentary content when it's just all shit like this? It doesn't make sense.
Scoring a guy I never talked to. Yeah, I was falsely accused of murder twice. Like, I was just such an awful person that the mere idea of my existence caused these people to kill themselves.
So this is something I can actually defend Just a Robot on. If something like this happens, it's kind of hard to argue that the creator of a video is at fault. I mean, if someone is so mentally unwell they'd commit suicide because you criticized them, then they are just looking for any reason to do it at that point. If you make a video just telling someone to kill themselves and they do it, that's one thing, but just criticizing them is entirely different. There's a bit more to this segment, but you can ultimately define it by saying people were being retarded in a space where that's kind of the norm.
The Just a Robot YouTube channel was meant to be run by multiple people, but in the end it was only Jar uploading.
Wow, that is way more sad than it sounds. Holy shit, that's actually kind of depressing that he wanted more people in on this and none of them showed.
The robots. How you can stand your fans tagging the doodle tones for negative views? I mean, seriously.
Wow, that was the worst jump cut I've ever seen.
Why was he responding to people like this? This guy has some like shitty Xbox Connect mic and like an anime profile picture still. He had more subs than I do when he made this video. Why did Jar respond to this person?
My eyes have seen the glory of the cleansing of YouTube, debunking SJWs and feminazis too.
So this clip reminds me of another clip of Jar, and I don't think it's anywhere else in this video, so I'll just play it from here.
This black girl says, do you like trains? And I said, I don't know, do you like fried chicken?
Listen, if Jar made more clips like this, I think his career would still be alive, personally.
I can't believe they let that get past the censors. For those of you who don't get the joke, the joystick is a metaphor for penis.
How did this guy ever manage to convince like his audience that he wasn't a dumbass? There's a bit more about how Jar doesn't treat content creation as a job, and that's why he doesn't care how many views his channel gets. And then we get to the main interest of the video, the Cinny stuff.
Some of them have grotesque themes. This is one she made in celebration for reaching 300 subscribers. It contains various renditions of a My Little Pony character being stripped of their lungs, eyes, arms, hands, the works. This is not a standalone video. This one is titled, Hey Juicy, Meme, plus 13, Trigger Warning, Kidnapping/Abuse. Then there's this one titled, Caramel Dancin' 13 plus, Vent/Suicide Warning.
Oh, so this person was just always a little bit crazy. That's not shocking. And apparently they've uploaded other videos like this too. This is, everyday stuff, I guess, in this community. June then decides to dig into the whole Cinny situation, and obviously, I mean, that's important for context. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to hold off from talking about it because I plan to make a dedicated retrospective video on it in the future. And obviously, if you're here, I mean, I'm assuming you already know all about the Cinny Bear stuff.
After going through both of these massive documents in their entirety, I realized that they're just full of nothing.
Clarify, did you read that whole doc? Like, did you read, or I know that you didn't read the whole doc, but did you get to the end of that doc?
What happened? No. No.
Okay.
What happened at the end?
Then we get all the clips of Jar admitting he didn't actually read the document. It's just fucking... It's wild that he attached himself to this person without actually even seeing all the evidence of if they're even guilty or not. Like, this is literally just a recipe for disaster, and he was perfectly fine cooking it.
And then there are also edits of Jar and Cinny in the setting of the casting couch.
Bro, I didn't even see that the first time. Why did he make casting couch jokes when it came to interviewing this person? He just, like, breathed sexual harassment. And, like, I thought it was bad with the dick jokes, but this is, like, worse.
That was so fucking stupid. Like, oh, the minor made it sexual first. I don't know why I fucking said that. That was, like, so victim blamey, and I regret saying that. That was the dumbest shit I ever said.
Well, I mean, I can tell you why you said that.
Maybe I do have sexual interest in Cinny. I mean, I'm a straight guy, come on. So I'm gonna walk back on that, but I have a girlfriend. I'm not, what part of the logs would you like to go over with me?
And you say, I presume it's some sort of joke, want to see my cock.
I mean, maybe it's not the most charitable interpretation of Jar, but it's probably the most truthful. This guy was thinking with his penis. Like, he didn't have any fucking self-preservation in that skull of his. He just was thinking with his penis.
The story, more and more so, was becoming less about Cinny, less about Jar's video on Cinny, and then more just about Jar in general because it was now being revealed that interactions like these were common with Jar.
Just personally speaking, the way I found out about this drama was because of the terrible coverage Jar did, so in my personal experience, this isn't exactly wrong. He tried to defend a groomer and instead got outed as a weirdo himself. Maybe not as bad as Cinny, but not too much better.
You see a hot cartoon character. I mean, I've admitted that Data Animations' cartoon is pretty hot.
The lack of self-awareness to just be able to say stuff like this without any care in the world. You couldn't get this information out of me if I was duct taped to a chair and tortured with jumper cables. Jar is just saying this with full confidence. Like, he's more than willing to talk about his fucking simping for Jaden Animation's character.
Photos of Cinny Bear 03 were making the rounds online. Chiefly this one where she has a bloody nose.
Yeah, just keep in mind, this is who Jar was willing to risk his career for. And I'm not one to go after personal looks, usually, but like, Jesus Christ, there's a reason why she uses the fucking PNG character.
The first segment is about Jar's racist comments. Jar is saying the N-word, doing blackface, and the outro song from his old videos.
Oh, so your thumbnail maker is either a racist white person or a according to you. I decided to reveal my true colors. I, just a robot, am in fact black.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of thought that clip from earlier was a one-off thing. I had no idea this dude has said that much shit. It's a little bit funny, honestly.
That this rendition bears a striking similarity to the rendition in American History X.
Jew by Jew by Jew, the white man marches on.
Oh no, that's perfectly understandable, and that is accurate. And when I heard that racist rendition of it, I thought, oh, I'm gonna make my own rendition of this song.
Oh my fucking god, this is the worst YouTuber ever. The fact that he had 200k at one point is embarrassing.
Did it all the time when we would VC, like, oh god, back when Peaches was still around. Used to ask us all sorts of inappropriate shit, and people kind of just rolled their eyes, and it was like, it's just Jar, he's too stupid to be a problem, so like, just roll with the punches.
And this is exactly why this guy can't hold down a job. Like, his career is dead, his credibility's gutted, he's unemployable. This guy takes L's at every fucking quarter, and that's exactly why I speculated he might be going homeless.
Jar always gravitates to drama content, partly because he enjoys it and thought he was good at it.
I guess I convinced myself I was good at it because I was like, I made it that far in drama content. Maybe it is my calling.
He says this, but in the interview with Chud, he said he was worried every time he uploaded, like that this video would be the one to end his career. So I don't believe that. I don't believe at any point you thought you were good, because it sounded like you were shitting your pants every time you hit the upload button.
Every time I go to bed and I'm about to fall asleep, I just feel angry about sometimes things that have happened 10 years ago, and sometimes I feel like revenge is the only thing that keeps me going.
Good fucking god, man. Get a therapist. Like, trust me, man, I want horrible things to happen to people who fuck me over too, but I can't imagine holding on to stuff for 10 years. I mean, what do these people do? Kill your dog like fucking John Wick?
At the time of writing, Jar has only posted a single video on his channel after this one explaining that his channel was shortly hacked.
Well, I hate to tell you this, June, but he uploaded like the day after this video came out, and like he's trying to do the daily upload thing like I do, but with even less success. At 194k, you should not be pulling 2.7k in 2 days. That's abysmal. But with that, June's video is over. It was very good, and I'll link it below so you can check out the stuff I missed. And there is one thing I'd like to add to it. When my last Jar video came out, I was reached out to by current friends of Jar who just told me everything he's been up to. Apparently, he's just in a Discord server where he vents about how everyone online hates him and makes racist jokes. I think the one they told me about involved Somalia or something. I have no idea. This is a while ago. Now, guaranteed, I have nothing to back this up as I was denied access to speak to Jar, but it's funny regardless. If that's true, that's hilarious. Listen, this is what happens when you go unchecked for too long, when you build an audience of dumb people while being even more dumb. The only reason this guy managed to stay as relevant as he was because big names had no reason to rip into him. That was until he gave them a full opportunity to. Everything bad happening to Jar is his own fault, and it couldn't be more deserved. Like I said, I'm planning to make a retrospective on Cine in the future, so stay tuned for when that happens. Hello everyone. So someone we've covered a bit now on this channel is Just a Robot. We covered the video going his entire online history, we speculated how he might be going homeless, and we covered his response video, which is now technically his first response video. Yeah, if you guys hadn't heard, Jar decided to upload another response video to the Cine drama, but for whatever reason, I guess he figured responding nearly a whole year later after his first response went so well was just a genius idea. And if you thought his first response was pointless, this new one is even more pointless. So for the purpose of today's video, I'm going to cover Jar's hopefully final response video, and I hope to never talk about him again. I can only talk about this guy simping for a predator so many times. But before we get into that, make sure to subscribe so that I can feed my starving family. So like I said, this is his second response video, and it's getting even less coverage than before, simply because there's no need for it to be made. Nothing he could say here could magically change the minds of people who hate him. And the people who like him, all 1,000 of them, don't want this either. Zero reason for this video to be made, but it was, so I'm going to be condensing it down for your viewing pleasure. With that, let's begin.
There's going to be no voice filter, no gameplay, no fancy editing.
I hate to be that guy, but if you watch his original video, then this isn't a bad thing. I hope he fired whoever edited that slop piece.
My last response was far from good, to say the least. If it wasn't, then so many people wouldn't be clowning on it.
Well, at least he's self-aware enough to realize it was shit. Honestly, if anything, it gave me even more reasons to dislike this guy.
To say that it was the worst video I ever uploaded. However, I do not believe I would have uploaded this draft of the video if Kumo didn't leak it out first.
No, bro, that's bullshit. You went on Chud Logic's stream and he even told you straight to your face you could have just said it was an early draft. And according to you, it was. There was nothing that forced you to hit the upload button. That guy loaded the gun, but you pulled the trigger. That's exactly what happened.
You didn't do what you did with that 14-year-old because you wanted to get with them. You just couldn't stop cooming. You coomed until you groomed.
See, I was wondering why this guy had such a dramatic decline in subscribers, and then I kind of figured his content has always been like this. How anyone like him reached nearly 200k is beyond me.
It should be noted that I was not happy with that draft of the video as well. I was on Jack's, aka Birdie's, side way too much in it.
See, he's talking about how he had both a pro and anti-Cine video ready, but not talking about the fact that he admitted to not looking over all the evidence. And for people who don't make drama content, it is not normal to make a video leaning one way or the other without reviewing all the evidence.
My roommate, Professor Dreadlock, was also getting ready to go on a very long business trip, so I couldn't go over all of the long cine documents with him.
Bro, if you need your roommate to hold your hand when making a video on grooming allegations, then you aren't fit for the space, I hate to tell you.
After all, adding in my avatar takes a lot more time and effort than just adding in gameplay or recording my face.
I'm gonna be honest, I think the thing people care the least about is your fucking avatar, man. That shit is fucking awful to look at.
I've been interviewing people, I've been looking into this deeper, and I'm not saying Cine is innocent, I want to make that clear.
Why does it matter that the post-nut clarity kicked in? You uploaded a video defending a 20-year-old sexting a minor. Doesn't matter that you wanted to change it. The fact that the first draft even existed is bad enough. Like, I need to remind you guys, he excused some of the shit because he saw it as a kid. That was his reasoning for why this is okay for an adult to send it to a minor.
Cine was very inappropriate. She deserves to get backlash, but I do not think she's a p. I don't think she's the next Cosmodor. I don't think she's a p, because, like, I'm gonna be honest here, I think she would have done this with anyone.
Yeah, guys, she's not a p***o. She would just send weird porn to anyone despite their age. Bro, that's the problem. And I don't think he understands that. Does Jar realize p***os can also be attracted to adults? Like, they don't cancel each other out. It's not like multiplying negatives.
Sure, $100 after I started getting canceled for the Cine drama. I just gave it to him. But apparently, from what I have been told, he started going around telling people that I underpaid him.
By the way, I don't know if Jar noticed this, but in the included messages, his editor is begging him to actually read what he sent him this time. Makes it sound like Jar doesn't listen to this guy ever.
I do not believe Kumo has any interest in protecting me or the truth. He was trying to convince Cine that my end goal was to rape her.
Yeah, but you're also the guy who said you were into her and you had no idea what she even looked like, you freak. I mean, guarantee, I'm not calling Jar a rapist, that is one step too many. But yeah, you were definitely weird around her, man.
My thought process was, oh no, everybody is going to believe that this is my final draft of the video.
And then instead of actually telling people it was an early draft, I doubled down and uploaded it on my channel. Like, what retard logic is this? This makes no sense.
But even after I panic uploaded that draft, in less than 24 hours I took it down because I realized my mistake of uploading it in the first place.
No, you took it down after Chud chewed you out on a live stream. We can literally hear the argument. By the way, we are nearly 20 minutes into this video and no mention of him not looking over the screenshots before making the video, no mention of him saying he had sexual interest in Cine, no mention of the genuinely real things people had a problem with.
She has also done many other inappropriate things with other minors as well. She more than likely would have kept doing stuff like this for years. I still, however, do not believe she had any interest in kids.
Well, then you're just retarded. I'm sorry, but there's no other reason. You're telling me they got multiple of them to engage in a fetish and that isn't grounds to label them as a fucking disgusting creep? If that isn't, then what is, man?
I don't think it's right for people to call her a p***, but she's certainly predatory.
Alright, maybe I took stupid pills or some shit, but aren't these basically the same thing? And even still, how is she not a pedo? Your argument makes literally no sense.
Allegations of me rizzing up a pedo, this is also false. Cindy herself said she didn't think I was trying to make a pass at her.
So we're ignoring the part when you said her character was attractive, you said you had sexual interest in her, you're joking about sending her a photo of your cock. We're just ignoring all of that, right? That just didn't happen?
She doesn't think I was hitting on her, and neither does my girlfriend. All three of the people who matter most on whether this was rizzing or not seem to be in agreement with one another.
If that girl is still with you despite everything that has come out, and especially after the Chud Logic stream that she was watching, then she might be even more autistic than you, like genuinely.
I have done quote-unquote sleepy time calls with other people, and yes, that does include my girlfriend. The problem is, she has an early morning shift, and she normally passes out long before I do.
Is Jar telling us he's in a long-distance Discord relationship with his girlfriend? Because if he isn't, then that's even worse. Like, could you imagine waking up in the middle of the night and your partner is in bed with you on a Discord call with someone they said they had sexual attraction to? God, man, this is so fucking bad. That girl is so cucked. It's incredible.
For a walk. But when it's time for sleep, I have nothing to distract myself with. And all of those bad thoughts quickly surface all at the same time.
I don't fucking know. Go to therapy? Like, trust me, we all have times where we lay awake at night and contemplate shit. But it would never enter my mind, hey, why not call the girl I'm interviewing for being a predator? That's insane.
Kumo might have had a thing for Cindy. Not saying it was a romantic thing, but him calling her sweetheart was definitely an odd thing for him to do.
Alright, play the clip again.
I have a girlfriend. I have no sexual interest in Cindy at all.
But you okay, actually, let's say that. Go on.
No, actually, I want to take... No. Okay. Maybe I do have sexual interest in Cindy. I mean, I'm a straight guy, come on.
You have zero room to speculate whether people are into the predacy or not. Like, literally zero.
But out of everything in this drama around me, people saying that I cheated on my girlfriend hurts the most of all. So, mind if I ask you... Do you think I'm the type of person who would cheat on my girlfriend?
Bro, oh my fucking god, why is this in here? Why the fuck is he interviewing people about this? This does not need to be a public spectacle. If there's a strain on your relationship, don't share it online. We don't care. We're just gonna make fun of you for it.
Listen to my voice. Listen to the way I talk. Do I really sound like the kind of guy who just sleeps around with women all the time?
You know what? You're right, Jar. You sound like the type of guy who's sexual harassment coded to the point he can't hold down a job because you're too weird around women.
I mean, this was eventually going to, I knew that the way I joked around would eventually catch up to me. This is why I can't hold down a job, to be honest. And yep, this is finally out there.
Yeah, this video is completely fucking dog shit. I can't even believe this.
As for me claiming that Cindy's avatar, along with the avatars of other people, are attractive, yeah, of course they are. They're artistically pleasing to look at.
We gotta fucking reintroduce shame to these people. They shouldn't say shit like this out loud, man. This is embarrassing.
I never asked nor looked for an image of what Cindy looked like in real life. Now I've seen what she looks like in real life, and I'm gonna be honest here, I'm not interested.
You know, honestly, I can't blame him. She does look like one of the ghost kids from the It movies. She is not pretty to look at.
Is how he admitted to not being able to go to public pools because underage 16-year-old girls might show up and he won't be able to stop himself from leering at and daydreaming about them.
That's what they say happened. Now let's listen to what I actually said. Like, can I tell you the worst part about being a guy? I'm at the pool, just relaxing. 16-year-old girl shows up in her bikini. I realize I have to get the fuck out of there right now because, like, I'm not going to be paying attention. I'm going to daydream. I'm going to look in her general direction, and then suddenly a situation is going to happen. So I realize, like, whenever I see a 16-year-old girl in a bikini while I'm at the pool, I'm like, well, time to go home.
Okay, this still sounds weird as fuck, dude. Holy shit. Yeah, I guess you're cocked and explode out of your pants, but what the fuck are you talking about? You're telling us you can't be at the pool if 16-year-old girls are there too, man? That's not much better. How is that, like, it's a little better. But it's not much better.
You think I don't know? I get it. It's funny to mock someone like me.
Alright, so now we're on the pity arc, where Jar wants sympathy because people are going after him because he's autistic or something. No, I think you being autistic plays a small part in why you get so much shit, man. He ends the video off by quoting The Truman Show, and then it's over. So like I said, That video was fucking pointless. It was just stuff we heard before. Jar really should just try and move on like the people in his comments are saying. He can't change the minds of people who hate him, so just go back to making top tier content. I think the only reason he would do this is because looking at his channel, he's effectively dying off. Getting these types of views on a channel this size is not good, and it's part of the reason I think he'll go homeless soon. Well, that and the fact he said he can't hold down a job. Anyway, I guess to round this off, Jar is done, his channel is dead, and if I was in his position, I'd just quit. Hello everyone. So last time I talked about Jar, I said I wouldn't talk about just a robot unless something else crazy happened, and then something crazy happened. An interview between Jar and Boblax was released recently, and it's absolutely hilarious. Apparently this was recorded after the initial drama, but before his first response video. I need to preface this by saying this is absolutely hilarious. If you know who either of these two are, then you know any conversation between them is going to be funny, and that's exactly what this is. It also provides us with far more weird stuff to raise an eyebrow at when it comes to Jar. So for your viewing pleasure, I will be condensing the 47-minute call down to just the absolute funniest moments. And trust me, there are a lot. But before we get into that, make sure to subscribe so that I can feed my starving family. So yeah, this interview is 47 minutes long and it's absolutely hilarious. Apparently Jar said he was going to post it after making a new channel and says Boblax snaked him. Then Boblax said he was waiting 8 months for that new channel to be made, so instead he just uploaded it himself. There aren't any visuals to this entire video, so I added my own in. You're welcome, by the way. But with all of that out of the way, let's get started.
Yep. What's up?
Not my sub count, that's for sure. I think it's the same for you.
This is the best way to start a conversation off with anyone. Hey, our YouTube careers both look really shitty, huh? I guess to be fair, he isn't exactly wrong.
Is that and how much is the other, you know?
Same, it's a fucking autistic genocide going on right now, man.
Yeah, move over Israel-Palestine. The YouTube autism genocide is the real concern in modern day.
I could come back with something kind of completely different and new and people would be open to it and not immediately just think this fucking guy, you know?
I
So
know what you
might be
mean,
like
man.
a couple months or what have you, but
This is a conversation between two people who can't come to terms with the fact that their careers are over. Maybe because they can't get actual jobs, but still.
Okay, so let me ask you this about Killer Keemstar. Like, remember when he was getting disliked bomb on each and every single one of his videos? Like 8 years ago or some shit?
yes.
Yeah, and he waited it out.
Yeah, and people still to this day don't like Keemstar. What the hell is your point? This is literally the fucking pyrocynical comparison all over again.
Boblax, listen. Me and you, we're the same, man. We're both Spurgs, so, like, unlike everybody else, like, I can actually, like, talk to you, like a normal person.
Sure.
We're the same race. We're both white. Us whiteys gotta stick together, man.
And as two white brothers, we gotta stick together. Why is this something that would ever come out of your mouth when talking about things you have in common with someone? This is so horribly racist.
For sure, man.
Did you hear about the dream I had about you?
I'm very concerned for what the next words that come out of his mouth are. I'm genuinely frightened.
So I had this dream where Nicholas Diorio and Turkey Tom and Augie RFC all contacted me telling me I had to talk to you because I was the only one who could reach you.
I don't think I've ever dreamt of another creator, let alone creators I'm not even cool with. This is such a weird thing to admit to.
He just tried to turn it back on me to make me look bad instead of just owning that maybe his argument wasn't super solid to begin with. Nick isn't very good at admitting when he's wrong.
But he does have a baby face.
Dog, Nicholas Diorio is nearly 30. This is such a weird thing to say about another grown man. And you should feel weird for saying this about a grown man.
He has such a baby face. Like, he has such a cute little baby face.
Oh, it gets worse, I guess.
Boblax, if me and you lived together, we would be such gem bros.
I would get you a shirt. After like 2 weeks of going to the gym with you, I would get you a shirt that said sex machine on it, because that's what you're gonna be once you start like really hitting it.
So I thought this was like an over-exaggeration the first time I heard about it, but no, it seems like Jar really is trying to riz up Bo Blacks at certain points in this convo. That's like the only way I can interpret comments like this.
I knew it was about to happen because you got canceled, and I was like, oh fuck, there goes the last guy more retarded than me.
Hearing this guy call anyone retarded is like a knife to my ears. This guy doesn't have the right to call anyone anything.
Like, sometimes I feel like yours blew up too much, even though don't really know what happened.
Yeah, man, what happened to you was crazy. Whatever it was, I have no idea. It's just a wild thing to say. The two of them then go on like a huge rant about Mr. Girl and Destiny. I don't know why any of this matters, but they call Mr. Girl a ironic considering what Jar said about 16 girls in the pool.
Now it's too late, but there was a way that EDP could have gotten out of it. You want to hear it?
Sure.
Okay, just pretend to be the poachers and say that you have screenshots of me talking to the 13-year-old girl.
Yeah, EDP could have gotten out of the accusations, and I know how. So let's roleplay as a pedophile and the people who caught him. This is so fucking creepy, it's insane. This is so weird.
The dumbs and the smarts.
Yeah, like Epstein was the smart. Like
Yeah, there's the Epsteins and the EDPs, you know?
Yeah, you got your Epsteins and your EDP.
Every word spoken in this conversation is more painful than the last. Every single word.
As far as I know, they didn't have any interest in the 14-year-old. They just had, like, no filter on who they talk to and shit. And, like...
Oh my god, he's never seen an issue with this. He said it back then and he's saying it now. Jar, the problem is she would do this with anyone despite their age. That's, like, the main issue. How do you not get that through your fucking skull? Like, that's your defense of this person. Oh, well, they would just sex anyone no matter how old they are. Yeah, that's the fucking issue.
Okay, well, I made an April Fool's video called My Experience Being a Child Groomer, and the punchline is I'm talking about, like, cutting kids' hair.
This guy was once at 200,000 subs. Just let that sink in as he's talking about how he uploaded a video calling himself a groomer.
I'm just not going to talk about, like... if I am going to talk about it, I'm not going to defend someone who did fuck shit.
Dog, to this day, you're still saying she isn't a pedophile. What are you talking about? Like, the entire rest of the internet is calling this person like a pedophile and that they shouldn't be allowed near schools. You're arguably the only person not saying that.
But, like, hey, I'm not going to defend someone like fucking Vosh for having, like, fucking lollies and horses and then saying I was imagining myself as the horse.
Yeah.
Alright, what I'm about to say might sound crazy, but Vosh is arguably not as bad as Cindy, and you still don't consider her a... And, like, straight up, I'll die on this hill. Both are fucked, but the fact that this guy says Vosh is a but defends that girl is crazy.
I told this story about how I was by myself at the pool and this family showed up and there was this like young girl in a like very small bikini with the family. And I was like, oh, single guy, I know where this is going. That family gets in the pool. Small percentage chance that I get looked at as a creep. And I thought, you know, my swim is almost done. I'm kind of high, so I'm a little bit paranoid. I'm just going to go home.
Bro, normal people don't have to worry about if there's a kid in the pool with them. And the fact that you do speaks volumes about who you are. It's actually such a weird thing to say. They then just talk about Sonic and weed for a while. I don't know, autism stuff or whatever.
You know, want to watch?
Would you like me to do stuff on your channel at all?
Yeah, because Jar is just oozing with clout. Appearing on anyone's channel is instantly how they get thousands, if not millions of views. For real though, these two should absolutely collab more if it gives us more gems like this.
But, one more thing, Boblex. Is it alright if I record this conversation? I will not upload it unless I have your permission.
Why would you ask that 40 minutes in? Like, 40 minutes in. I fucking loathe this person. There's some more rambling, and then that's the end of the video. That was so painful to sit and listen to. Every word was agony. Now, looking back at the comment I read earlier, Jar said he wants to make a podcast channel. Jar, I will get on my hands and knees. Please let me be on. Please let me probe your robot brain. I am begging you to let this happen. I will do whatever, just to question you on things. Please let me know. You can join my Discord and shoot me a DM. Just please let me question you. It would be such good content. Hey guys, Future Wolfgang here. Now some of you may have noticed I haven't uploaded in a few days. Well, coincidentally, this video was scheduled for a week ago, but unfortunately YouTube decided to punish me for calling out bad creators on their platform. And I received a strike, so I was not able to post anything. Just coming in here to let you guys know that going forward, I'm going to do anything I can to avoid a strike, so if you notice me doing extra censoring in videos, you know why. But anyway, that's everything. I said it before, I kind of hope I don't have to talk about Jar anymore. I can only handle so much autism. So unless Jar is down to have a conversation with me, then that's probably the last of my coverage on him ever. And yeah, that was every Just a Robot video. Anyway, that's about all I have. I don't know, join the Discord, follow me on Twitter, and subscribe, I guess it'd be pretty cool. Anyway, I don't know. Later.